Hello, Pirza teacher. Can you please a little bit introduce yourself? Where in Kazakhstan are you from and how long did you live in India?
I'm Pirza Tamagildi. Nice to meet you. I'm an expert in the domain of curriculum and materials. So graduated from the English and Foreign Languages University from India, a PhD in English language education. So I live in Kaskilen.
Thank you. What was your first impression of India when you arrived?
So my first impression was about the climate because it was extremely hot. When you get off the flight, you will definitely face the change in terms of the climate, and humidity was very high despite the hot weather. So therefore, I would say that the first experience that I faced was the climate. Then the next moment that I noticed was the cultural clothing that the women they wear sari there. So it was quite amazing for me because they maintain their cultural identity despite working at university. Even though professors they come to the university with their national clothing style, which was one of the amazing facts that grabbed my attention.
Thank you. Next question. What was the biggest cultural shock you faced in India?
I would say that India is a country where diversity is respected in terms of religion, in terms of their clothing style, in terms of their eating habits. And when it comes to the shocking moment, I would say that in India, they have 29 states, and in each state, they have their own language, their mother tongue, and they have their own educational system. So one state does not apply the educational system of another state. So therefore, I was really surprised why, even though Indians are one nation, despite the fact they maintain different cultures and different, educational reforms. So therefore, it was quite surprising for me.
What did you enjoy the most about Indian culture?
To be honest, I would share as a PhD scholar who had lived there for 5 years. So their youth, they go to the library during 24/7. And if you would like to go there during the night time, so it is open library and reading room also. So therefore, I don't know in Kazakhstan whether reading rooms are, working for 24/7. In their context, they have certain security that they are responsible for the night shifts and day shifts, so therefore students feel secure. They can go to the reading room at any time, so even at 4 a.m. at 3 a.m. so it is quite safe, and a group of young people are quite enthusiastic in doing research by supporting each other and helping each other.
Thank you. Next question. What are the main cultural differences in terms of communication, greetings, or language? Are they more direct, indirect, and about gender roles?
Of course, in any nation, they have their own distinct features. So when it comes to our own cultural identity, I would say that this is a sour truth in the context of Kazakhstan, that we have been deprived from our national consciousness due to the colonization process. Whereas in Indian context, I would say that India is a single country that is maintaining its cultural identity as well as chasing after the modern world. So they are quite intelligent in terms of IT skills, as well as language learning, as well as they maintain their cultural identity through their clothing styles, through their language, through their religious beliefs. But in the context of Kazakhstan, we are on the verge of reviving national identity through different programs that are launched by our government. So I would highlight these facts.
What about greetings, do they handshake?
In our context, we grab our hands. In their context, they bow their head, and they two ladies, they say ma'am, which means madam. So they bow their head and say ma'am. And two men, so they say sir. So this is, it is characteristic to Indians.
Thank you. Next question. What were the hardest things to adjust to, climate? You mentioned about it. Maybe food, lifestyle, transportation, maybe.
In terms of transportation, I did not face any challenges because all types of transportations were available. But when it comes to meals, I was really struggling because they eat spicy food, and in our context, we are not used to eating spicy food. So I had to cook for myself all the time, and when I had times that I wanted to go out and have some food, but it was impossible for me because my body, is not used to eating spicy food. And in Indian context, even though, for example, young children, they start eating spicy food at their early ages, so it is in their genes. So therefore, it was one of the challenging moments for me. And what else? One more highlighting fact that I was not able to understand when I went shopping. So I had to do shoppings at the weekend. So when I was about to leave the shopping center, so security, they were asking all the time for my belongings and for my items that I bought there, and they always checked the receipt and the number of items. It was, quite a bit unusual for me.
Rude, yes.
Not that rude, but it is not acceptable in our culture. For example, in our country, we go to the shopping centers, but we are not asked for our bags and our belongings as well as for our items that we bought. So therefore, in this context, I felt a bit, unusual. Mm-hmm.
What in terms of language? Like, did you face any language barriers there?
In terms of language, I did not face any kind of language barrier because Indians, they know English, and they were a colonized country under the British nation. So therefore, I did not face any challenges.
Next question. At the beginning, did you feel resistant to Indian culture, or did you accept the differences right away?
Yeah, I did accept the differences right away because I knew that I was going to a country where diversity is respected, and in terms of their own context, they do not judge how do they come to the university, whether they are in the Western clothing style or national clothing style. So I did accept the diversity right away. So I did not face any kind of restrictions were in my mind. So I was totally open.
Thank you. Next question. Now that you are back in Kazakhstan, do you feel that you carry part of Indian culture with you?
No, to be honest, my mission was to complete my PhD. When it comes to academic perspective, I brought some challenges because in the context of curriculum and materials, we have only a few experts in Kazakhstan. So therefore, I hope that I'll be able to contribute in this domain in Kazakhstan. Whereas when it comes to my mindset, cultural mindset, so it is still in Kazakh. It is retained in Kazakh. So therefore, I wouldn't say that I have brought some Indian cultural concepts. So how I went there, I came back the same version of me.
So when you came, it wasn't that hard to adjust to that climate again, right?
I was focusing on the mindset itself when you were asking the first question. Now, if we move on to the second question, of course, I faced challenges in terms of climate. Even though I was born in Kazakhstan, I had lived here for several years before leaving my home country. So I had to stay there for 5 years, and during those 5 years I got used to their climate, and when I came back I was really struggling with the coldness here, so I had to wear warm clothes all the time, and people got surprised by looking at me while I was wearing warm clothes here, and it was one of the highlighting changes that I would mention.
How has living in India changed your perspective on the world and on Kazakhstan?
In terms of cultural aspect, I wouldn't say that we need to internalize world culture. So whatever is acceptable in India, it's not acceptable in Kazakhstan. Whatever is acceptable in Kazakhstan, it's not acceptable in India. So therefore, whatever cultures are born in what countries, they should be maintained in those home cultures. And whereas maybe culture of combining your ancient traditions with the modern world, maybe that would be the best option that we need to think about, because I know that in the world only a single country, which is India, that Indians, they've been maintaining their culture with the modern world, but in the context of Kazakhstan, we try to change after modernization, whereas our identity is lacking. So therefore, I would say that in this sense, we need to reflect on.
Thank you so much for the interview. It was a valuable insights and information.
Thank you.